Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Work your body. Work your body.
Work
your body. Work your body.
Work it. As y'all can see, the shenanigans and this shit talking has already begun. It's your boy Walkamar in the building. You know who that guy is. Detroit man, the man with the great master plan for the I.O.W. network.
What up, though?
Happy Monday, y'all. How's everybody doing? What's up, big bro?
What's happening? What's happening?
Man, nothing, man. You had family in town? You had,
yeah. Tired, man. Tired.
Niggas said I'm tired. I was tired, boss. He said he tired, boss. But no, man, I hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. It is Monday, episode 66. We are here at I.O.W. Sports.
All right.
So let's get all the house cleaning business out the way. Y'all going over to the website, www.ioftenwonder.com. That is a website where you can find all the information of where we are at social network wise.
Right.
All the programs that we are on, all the platforms that we is on. From YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, all that, Spotify, app, all that.
All that.
Just go on over it. It then some. Like, we on a whole bunch. iHeartRadio, Ankle.
Right.
All that.
Right.
You can find us everywhere.
Everywhere.
And most importantly, y'all can go to our Patreon on the website. Y'all could donate, help the fellas out. Look
out for a brother.
Yeah, look out for the cookout. You know
what I'm saying?
Yeah, look out for the cookout. I mean, y'all donate to a lot of other stuff. Donate to us. It helps us get better equipment to give you guys better content, produce better shows.
Right.
All that good
business. Company grow and all that stuff.
Yeah, company growth.
Right.
So look at it as an investment. You will get your return on investment. Your ROI will come back then some.
All right.
Believe that. So, but most importantly, you can also go to the website and go download. Excuse me, I'm getting ahead of myself. You can go to the website and you can cop some merch.
All right.
You see the merch. You
got the merch on.
I got the shirt on. Mel got the hoodie on.
Right.
Go get your I.O.W. merch. Represent.
Stand up.
But most importantly, go get the app. The I.O.W. Network app is up and running. It's on your respective app stores. Google Android users go to the Google Play Store.
Right.
Apple iOS users going over to the Apple Store.
Right.
Download the app. I.O.W. Network app. It's up. It's popping. Now that we got all that house cleaning shit out the way.
Let's get into it.
Let's get down to the business we came here to do. We came to talk some sports, dog.
Right.
So, this Milwaukee and Atlanta series is looking a little over right now. Looking a little over. So over the weekend, Friday, Milwaukee gave Atlanta the thrashing.
Right.
Gave them the beat down. That 20-0 run in the first half pretty much was a sign of doom for them boys. I think the most they was up was like 40 points. Man, I turned
ridiculous.
Yeah, I turned that game off. I ain't gonna front with y'all. Like, we keep it a buck over here. I turned that shit off. I was like, oh, Game 7, Tampa Bay Lightning. Oh, yeah, New York Islanders. Yeah, let me switch that on. And they end up having a fantastic game going to 1-0. So, I 125-91 ended up being the final score. But, yeah, oh, my gosh, I turned it off. Milwaukee did what they were supposed to do. Finally. They showed that they are the better team.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, Giannis was unstoppable. He
Right.
He did what he was supposed to do. Bodied everybody that came into the paint and just obliterated them. Even put the spin cycle on a couple of motherfuckers. I mean, when he gets going, it's a wrap after that. And then, Chris Middleton hit a couple of shots, but the Bucks actually, all the threes they were yakking up, they finally started making them.
Right.
They finally started making them. It's like for real, it's like, damn, y'all just gonna keep jacking them up. At least make them, and they made them. They made their adjustments, especially dealing with the high pick and roll with Trae Young.
Right.
Got more physical with him. I mean, the kid's 5'11", probably a buck soaking wet.
Right.
I mean, they finally got smart. I'm gonna say this. Isn't me, but I think the players of the Bucks are playing despite kind of questionable coaching tactics from Budenholzer.
Yeah, I mean, I think I still think they still, even though they beat them and blew them out the Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting that. That's what I was expecting them to do.
Yeah.
And then Sunday game, they did what I expected them to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They almost lost the game.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's still, even though they did pull it out, and Middleton, like, you know, in the fourth quarter kind of heated up and help them to pull it out, it was what I expected them to do.
Yeah.
That same thing they've been doing all playoff long, inconsistency, up and down.
Mm-hmm.
It just happened on this side, on the other side of a W, still on the other side of a L.
Yeah. So I mean, now the Bucks take a 2-1 series lead in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Right.
As the series had transitioned to Atlanta yesterday, and Atlanta came out hot. I'm not even gonna lie, they came out hot, but they've been doing that kind of this whole series or this whole playoffs, coming out hot and then cooling off.
Right.
And then gotta speak about the elephant in the room. You can't beat the Bucks with a hobbled Trae Young. Yeah, I mean, when he got that ankle injury,
well, that's all right.
He was never the same. And of all things to do, he bumped into a ref. Like, come on, bruh.
Come on,
man. What the ice cold Trae? Yeah, you better put some ice on that ankle. Put some ice on that shit.
That boy travel down to your ankle.
You better put something on that. But I mean, Chris Middleton finally came.
Yeah, about time.
Oh my gosh. Like goodness. I've been look, I picked the Bucks to win this series because they're finally doing what I expected them to do. Play more physical. They are the more physical team.
Right.
Wear Trae Young down. And honestly, if you shut down Trae,
that's the whole team.
That's the team. That's the team.
Right.
Atlanta, let's be honest, they are literally overachieving like hell right now.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
They are
most definitely.
They are overachieving like a motherfucker. Like it's at this point where I don't if they even get game 4, I still think it's delaying the inevitable.
Right. Just go on and put the white flag out.
Yeah.
Go on and put the white flag.
Yeah.
Just wave the white flag. Say, all right, man.
Just wave it.
No mas.
Go Durant on that ass.
Go Durant on. Full Durant. No mas.
So I mean, how do you feel about this series? How is shaping out to be right now, big bro?
I mean, like I said, this is pretty much what I expected to be. I expect to be up and down. I think Atlanta might mess around, win the next game.
Yeah.
Tie the series, then the Bucks gonna win, make it 3-2, and then force either. It's gonna go at least 6 games. Put it that way.
At least.
I don't think it's gonna be a 5-game win. I think it'll be at least 6 games.
Yeah.
Either two things gonna happen. The Bucks gonna finally wake up and say, "Oh, that's what we're supposed to be doing," and go ahead and take it in 6 games, or it'll be the same old Bucks and taking it in 7. But then at the same time, with depends on how the ankle looking on Trae. If he is still like looking bad by the next game, it's a wrap. I just can't see Atlanta beating them. Even with the Bucks' own stupid mistakes, I still think Atlanta gonna beat them. I mean, I'm sorry, the Bucks will beat them.
Bucks will beat them. Yeah, I'm really having a hard time seeing Atlanta taking this series.
Right.
And of course, your favorite guy, Stephen A. Smith, had the nerves to say, "Oh, the Bucks. The Hawks got a chance to win a championship."
Yeah, how he
shut up, really?
He caught chasing.
Oh my gosh. Gosh.
There's something to say to kind of get everybody like, "Oh man, look at Stephen A. Smith say." So now he in the conversation. He's relevant again.
Oh my God.
That's all that is. That's why he all doing all that hollering and screaming.
Oh my goodness.
I said, bro, you tout yourself as this big intelligent person and know all these words. Why are you screaming? You know what I'm saying? You'll have to scream. Just say what you got to say. You know, I know he's going to probably say, well, it's in New York, man, I'm aggressive. I know a lot of New Yorkers, they don't be screaming, nigga.
Yeah, they don't.
It's the difference between being aggressive and you screaming. You screaming. You know what I'm saying? It's like, they be looking like, okay. You know what I'm saying? You finished, nigga? You know what I'm saying?
Like you done?
You done?
Or you done?
Right.
You done or you finished? pull a baby in here. Is
Right.
we done or is we finished?
But yeah, man, like I said, Atlanta.
The series is finished.
Atlanta, this series over with. But it depends on what Trey does to really see how many games. Like if Trey is pretty much in pretty decent by game 4, Atlanta might win that one.
I mean,
it's gonna go 6. If he's not healthy, it's going 5.
Atlanta's kind of dooming themselves.
Yeah.
Because here's one thing that I keep seeing from them. They continue to, shoot up the 3 when they're not making it.
Right.
You're expecting Trae Young to get his.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're hoping that, Kevin Huerter can get off.
Right.
He's been inconsistent. You're hoping that Bogdanovich gets off. He's been getting inconsistent. I love John Collins, but last 2 games he's been kind of, he's getting highlight reels, with the dunking.
Right.
But he's taking less than 10 shots a game. And so his contribution is limited.
Right.
Atlanta's getting exposed right now.
Badly.
like they are literally showing that they overachieved. I get it, they went game 7 with Philly, and probably Philly kind of, shot themselves.
Right. Because they should have.
That series should have been done.
That shit should be over with. It should have been the Bucks and Philly.
It should have been. But now that's gone and passed, it's too late to dwell on that. But
nigga Ben Simmons,
I mean, it's not just all Ben Simmons,
it's not all Ben
but
Simmons.
he's a major contribution.
He's a major non-contribution contributor. I mean,
yes.
Shit.
Imagine you could hit some free throws.
Right, man. There's a couple of games we didn't hit free throws. They would have won.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shoot, if he didn't hit free throws in a couple of them games, they would have won. And that's the biggest issue, with them. Not to go backwards, but it is.
Yeah.
And since now we getting to the point we getting close to the finals, and you want to see what those teams who ain't make it, how they gonna adjust.
Yeah.
Now it's looking like Atlanta might be in that seat. How Atlanta's gonna adjust, to the next year. Milwaukee, I just don't think they built for championship though. They might be able to beat. They will beat Atlanta. Yeah. I think they'll beat Atlanta.
Yeah,
but whoever they meet in the Western Conference, I don't think they can beat.
Wow, you standing on that right now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I mean, and it's not, and it's more of them beating themselves thing than of a skill to skill. Like
okay,
one-on-one. I think like the way they play and the way they've been playing, a team that's hot and good is not gonna allow them to get back in the game.
I feel you. But I mean, hopefully at least Atlanta can make a rest of the series at least.
Interesting.
And yeah, that's all I can hope for right now. I mean, honestly, that's all I can hope for right now. I mean, if
game 4 they can be up by 50.
So we'll see what happens tomorrow night with game 4.
Right.
But yeah, bro. This right here is not y'all. Y'all is about to get eliminated. So I mean, because the Bucks on a pretty Bucks swag. Hey, shout out to Soulja Boy Bow Wow on the verses.
Oh that
was like a early 2000s throwback for everybody. But let's move on because let
us move on.
Yeah, because I think we're all under the understanding that this series is over.
It's over now.
Yeah, OVA over. So you know,
Ovary.
so I know that's what you need, bro. You need to get in some ovaries. Nigga, I do too. So the Clippers and Suns series is pretty much almost a wrap. You know, they had 2 games, one on Thursday. With the Clippers actually getting a victory, 106-92. Right. I was quite surprised, but not surprised, because seeing that Chris Paul had a little rust, you know, he set down for 10 days. Couldn't really get going. Booker didn't have a good game. Of course, ended up getting his nose smashed in.
They're playing MMA out there.
He did look like an MMA fight after that joint, and I knew he was gonna have to rock the Phantom of the Opera joint. Right. So, but that was a defense masterpiece by the Clippers, right, on that Thursday game. Right. So I didn't see that coming, because I thought that series had been done. I thought Phoenix was just
did what I told they're gonna win. I told you, I said
at least one.
I said they're gonna go up 2. I said that night they was gonna win.
Yeah, you did. You said it was gonna be a gentleman's sweep. Right. You know, they're kind of delaying the inevitable.
They are who we say they are.
They are who we thought they were.
I just think that I think the Phoenix is gonna go ahead and put them away. I said 5 games. I'd be shocked to go 6, but I know it ain't going 7.
Oh no! I don't see it going 7.
I mean, unless you get an epic meltdown and failure on Sun's part,
absolute failure,
or some kind of unforeseen injury.
Well, and the way the playoffs been going, right, injuries is like damn near inevitable. It's like, you know, just when shit is going good, and the NBA guys like, no, nigga, his injury, deal with that shit.
Right.
I mean, you know, still no Kawhi. He's not playing tonight. Again, we'll get more in depth into that hour 2. So that's why it's important to go get the I.O.W Network app, because hour 2 we are exclusively on the I.O.W Network app.
Exclusively.
And you'll get more in depth
right
takes on the Kawhi situation. But
KY
jelly.
That's how nigga injury feel like.
That nigga slipping. He falling. He can't get up. But I mean, the Clippers, they just don't have. Look,
they're not built for championships.
Can we just go ahead? I mean, it is known, but it's like, what are y'all gonna do with Paul George? Clippers.
You need to box that nigga up. Send him back.
Because, like, don't get me wrong, he's still getting, you know, 25 plus points a game, but it's not efficient.
It's not efficient. It's not enough.
And you know, he's still not getting enough consistent contributions from everybody else.
For him to be a quote unquote superstar, some of the shot selection and some of the shots he missed, like coming to the cup, finger rolling and missing and stuff like that. It's like, come on, bro, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be a superstar. Those ain't supposed to happen.
I mean, that's
what airballing and missing 2 free throws. That's not supposed to happen.
I mean,
not for a superstar. You know, not for the nigga with 2 first names.
Kawhi and Leonard. Hey, Leonard. Oh, basically.
And Paul and George.
Paul and George.
So you got 2 Beatles. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. It's just not supposed to happen, man. And I think they're going to need to address that. We're going to get a little bit more in the second hour, but the Clips are going to need to address that. And I mean, as soon as they get out of this series, they need to address it immediately.
Because, I mean, I know they just signed Paul George extension, but man, they
had to eat some of that.
They gonna honestly, they should have waited on that.
Oh yeah,
I didn't when he got the signing. I didn't get it, because you knew what you were getting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the other night on Friday night on the late night show, I said, you know, me and Tim was having a conversation. You get the 3 stages of Paul George. You know, we prefer to see Pacer P.
Right.
You know, the guy that was in Indiana that was able to get efficient shots, take a game over,
right,
and go win you a game.
Right.
And then, Paul George starts acting like self-proclaimed playoff P, where he just, I can make this. And then he throws up bricks. And then you just got pandemic P, which is like, whoa, boy, your game is sick and not in a good way.
Right.
Like
Tylenol for that game.
That boy need to get vaccinated.
Right.
That game needs to get vaccinated.
Your game got
quickly.
polio.
like it's like
it's instinct. It's still killing niggas,
bro. The 2 missed free throws that cost him the game.
Ridiculous
in game 2.
Right.
The constant, like you said earlier, bad shot selection. That's pandemic P.
Right.
There's a little bit of mix of self-proclaimed playoff P where
right.
It's like, bro, come on, man. Like, what are you doing? And going to last night's game, Reggie Jackson, not last night's game, Saturday game, when they end up losing 84-80. That's a close game.
Right.
And Reggie Jackson probably had his worst game of the playoffs. So, and it sucks because at one point I'm thinking, Reggie Jackson is the most consistent Clipper that's been there.
Right.
All playoffs. Maybe his back got tired. Got tired of carrying so much damn weight.
Tired of carrying y'all.
He's like, God, man. He's like,
Jesus.
It's rough out here being the most consistent mug on the team, bro. Like, it's like
he gave this nigga a contract extension. This nigga.
He's like, yo, well, where's
right?
Where's mine?
Yeah, this nigga Paul George.
You know what I'm saying? Like, where's mine?
Right.
Where's my money?
That's crazy, man. It's hard. I mean, they got front line for I thought they would get, but I rather went out when I told them to go out. So we ain't gotta be talking about these sorry niggas. You know what I'm saying? We could be talking about somebody else.
Don't do your favorite team like that, bro.
Right. Clippers, man.
Don't do your boys like that, man.
I mean, the Clippers, man.
The Clippers.
I mean, I like it when they had Lamar Odom and Corey McJaney and Eldon Brand. I like them better back then.
Yeah,
cause it's kind of something to cheer for, and the Clippers have been sorry for so long and still are.
Yeah,
it was good to see them winning and all that stuff, but the ones we got now. These Clippers are just sorry, man. Do you compile that with the way people play now, the way this new generation do things? They're not entertaining to watch.
Because they just gonna keep going up and down.
Right.
they like like
Six Flags,
bro. Yeah. I mean, they got Universal Studios out there in LA, so I mean, it's fitting. So like,
it is when you're a stepchild. Constantly looking up.
Just to go back down.
Right. Just to go back down.
But I mean, that game 4 was an ugly game. It was actually at some points hard to watch. I mean, in this series, I think the refs are interjecting themselves a little bit too much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like if you're gonna, I know they probably change up refereeing crews during certain games, but at some point it's like, let's get some consistent refereeing going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't know when or when to review, ball out plays, like who to go off on last. It's like,
man.
it's like
I mean, that's just like
come up with a standard.
That's what we talked about before, man. That's what we talked about before. And I agree with you, man. And then going back to that play you were talking about with when the ball got knocked out, then Paul George missed those 2 free throws, man.
Yeah.
And they got the play right. You can't, it's hard to predict what might have happened.
Yeah.
But say they got the right call, gave the ball back to Phoenix. Say Phoenix, even if Phoenix would have made the shot, it's more time on the clock. they could have did a little bit more. So I mean, maybe the Clippers could have came down, hit the three or whatever. But it's just like they are just taking almost like. Well, I won't go as far as they taking over the game, but they are affecting the game. And I think on the playoffs, it should be more loose and let them play. I think all playoffs should be let them play.
I think they should call egregious calls.
Yes, of course.
Call the oh, you can't deny that.
Right.
You calls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm kind of with you, like kind of let those ticky-tack situations go.
Let it play, man.
But if you're gonna let it go in the first, you better let it go in the fourth.
Oh, most definitely. That's another thing too. How you gonna be all ticky-tack? I mean, not calling all the ticky-tacky fouls, or not calling the fouls in the first half or even the first 3 quarters. Then when it really count,
yeah.
Oh, that's a foul. He blew on him.
Yeah, because it's crazy. Booker ended up fouling out in game 4.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he picked up a lot of ticky-tack fouls quick and early in that game.
It's the playoffs, man.
The playoffs.
Right.
Playoffs.
When you play in the playoffs, man, you know, first of all, everybody's emotion is heightened. Everybody, you know, is real hype and ready to play.
And this series is getting real.
And you want to see that because you want to see a good game. Yeah. And as a ref, the way you should be controlling the game is controlling it by, if it's getting too chippy, then you start calling some of that stuff to kind of calm that down.
Which is another point. So if you know you got 2 emotionally high driven teams,
right?
Stuff's getting a little chippy. You know, they throwing out technical fouls like they giving away stimulus checks. Bro.
Right.
You get a tech. You get a tech. You get a tech. And I'm like, over you know, little chippiness, little, you know. To me, it's okay to have a little chippiness,
right?
You know, it helps add and build to the drama of the game and the intensity of the game.
I say yes and no. I say yes to the fact is that it makes for a better game, and you want to see that. I say, and in some ways, I'm gonna say like, I guess the best way to say it like this: you have to know when it's getting out of hand and start calling certain things. All right, we got to call that.
Okay,
because you don't want it to get to a point. Because, you know, if you're going back and forth,
you
know, and all of a sudden get a little chippy, at first, it doesn't mean that, okay, it's the game. But if you're the losing team and they start to dog you, now that's affecting your ego. Now you're ready to fight. You ready to take it a little further. You know, so
that's when it gets dangerous.
Right.
I feel you.
You know, so before it get to that, the ref need to step in and say, okay, let's call some text now.
Yeah.
So it has, I guess, balance or knowing how to control that. It's the best way.
I feel you on that. But you know, kind of looking at the stat line, you know, like I said, not the great shooting night for Reggie Jackson.
Right.
So probably probably one of his first bad games throughout the whole playoffs. You know, that doesn't help the Clippers.
Right.
You know, it doesn't help that Paul George is 5 of 20, you know, having another bad efficient night. You know, he's going 1 for 9 from 3. Like, come on, bro. Stop with the pandemic and the self-proclaimed playoff P. We need Pacer P to make this series interesting.
Right.
So you know you got to get better shot selection. So if I'm Tyronn Lue, I'm talking to him like, bro, I need you to be more efficient.
Right.
Like if you're not gonna if you're gonna shoot the threes, you better make sure damn well that you can knock it down. If you're not, because after 5-6 shots and you're not making none, bro, I need you either get to the cup or find another teammate that's going to knock down these shots. And
that's one of the things I say that separates good players from great players.
Yeah.
Everybody have off nights. It's just human nature.
Yeah, it's human.
You know what I'm saying? But when those off nights kick in, the great players find out other ways to contribute, other ways to control and affect the game, or B, other ways to score to kind of get them back in that rhythm. You know, easy layups, easy dunks.
Yep.
You know, going to the cup and getting fouls, hitting your foul shots at the line,
hitting your free throws.
And make sure I emphasize that.
Hitting the free throws.
That's for you. That's for you, Ben Simmons.
Throws.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And those kind of things, you know, you learn.
Emphasis on free.
Right. For why? Those kind of things, you know, when you are a great player, you understand that.
Yeah.
Good players will just keep chunking it up and hopefully, it'll go in eventually.
And that plays into this part. So the two key cogs on the Suns, again, Chris Paul and Devin Booker didn't have a game. This 2 games in a row that they did not have good games,
right?
Shooting wise, and you still don't take advantage. You know what I'm saying? Like you managed to get game 3 when they had bad shooting nights. You played great defense,
right?
And you let this one slip out of your hands on this one. So my thing is like what Clippers team are you going to beat? Are you going to be
losing one?
I mean, it's 3-1 now, and you know, look, I got to give a shout out to DeAndre Ayton.
Oh yeah,
they not finding a way to keep him out the paint, man. Not at all. You know, the big man got smart. He went 3 for 3 from free throws, so you know, good for him. You know, 8 of 14 shooting, efficient, getting all his shots
right
in the paint. You know, around the rim as a big man should. You know, punk ass Brook Lopez. And you know, I hate this shit on Brook Lopez. You know, he made his threes the last game, but still, get your big ass to the paint.
Right.
You see what happens when you get to the paint. You affect the game in a different way. You know, you make people second guess what they're gonna do defending you when you start getting hot and in the paint. So
right.
But back to this series, you know, they haven't found an answer for DeAndre Ayton. You know, DeAndre Ayton has been managing to keep the Suns afloat when the 2 cogs are having bad shooting nights, 2 games in a row. So, you know, if he's able to keep that up and Clippers can't do nothing to stop that,
it's over with.
Yeah, it's over with. So how you see game 5 going down tonight? It's in Phoenix. You saying it's done? You saying it's done?
I'm gonna say it's over with.
It's over with?
It's over with.
OVA?
Hit the road, Jack.
Don't you come back no more.
What you say? So yeah, I think it's over with, bro. I mean, it's over with. And I'm gonna say this: even if they find a way to win, Game 6 around the corner. So anywhere it goes, it's over with. I can't see them winning 4 straight. Not against the
Suns. Yeah.
Unless unless the Suns have this epic meltdown.
Huge meltdown.
You know,
it has to be huge.
Huge.
I mean, how I see it right now, it's beneficial for the Suns to end it tonight because the Bucks and the Hawks are, you know, 2 games to 1.
Right.
So there's at least a minimum of 2 more games. So, you know, hey, go sit down, get your rest. You know, Cameron Payne needs to rest that knee. He had that injury. He managed to play last night.
Right.
But you know, his effectiveness wasn't as it was earlier in the series. You know, give Booker time to, you know, maybe get acclimated to his Phantom of the Opera mask. You know what I'm saying? You know, because he ended up taking it off in the second half. But I'm like, oh, bro, you taking a risk,
right?
You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming you can't, you know, break it any worse than what it is,
right?
Because they said the joint was broken in like 3 different places. But you know, is it worth it? Because I mean, just look at how chippy this series been. I'm telling you, it'll be quick and easy to catch a ball.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
It'd be quick and easy to catch a ball.
Kick to the nuts.
Oh,
so Draymond can do it. Why can't nobody else? You know what I'm saying?
Wow. So, look, I just don't know if I'll put it to you this way. If I'm Phoenix, don't leave the door open.
Right.
End it.
I agree. Go straight for the jugular and keep on stabbing until you ain't getting nothing moving.
End it. Just don't, because I mean, what I'm expecting from the Clippers tonight, I'm expecting them to literally go all out to try to keep this series alive.
Oh, wow.
No, because they got to. When you're down 3-1 and you on the road, they're gonna have to pull out all the stops to beat Phoenix tonight.
I agree.
But I'm with you. I don't end it. You know,
get out the way.
You know, I saw the little interview with Chris Paul and one of the analysts. I can't remember who it was, And he's like, "Oh, you up 3-1?" He's like, "Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa." I don't like that 3-1 mess, man.
Right.
I got bad memories of it. So he's aware,
right.
and that's what you need from your leader,
Mm-hmm.
a guy that's been in that situation, up 3-1. I mean, how many times has Chris Paul been up 3-1 in his playoff career? At least 3-4 times,
Mm-hmm.
and it's gone to the wayside. A couple of times with the Clippers, with the Houston Rockets. I mean, he's like, oh, whoa. I don't like that 3-1 mess. So he's aware. He's totally aware that if you leave the door open long enough, the big bad wolf gonna come and kick that bit down. So if I'm Chris Paul, I'm preaching to the roster, to the locker room. Hey, bro, let's go ahead and end this shit. So let's go ahead and end this shit, and let's keep it moving.
I mean, it just makes for the way the Clippers are playing. It makes for a better series. They go ahead and lose.
Yeah,
it's like you hate to see it like that, but that is, man. It's like it's just better if the Clippers lose, man. To go ahead, Suns get the hype coming out the West, play Milwaukee. I think that could be hyped up pretty good. It's a good series. I still say the Suns should prevail, but I think it'd be hyped up as a good series.
I would love to see Suns in Milwaukee.
Right.
I would definitely love to see how that jumps off.
Right.
And see,
what's up? Let's say Formal Foundation on Twitch.
On Twitch? What's up?
Twitter
Twitch.
Right.
So I mean, that's how I see Game 5 going down. Just end it.
Yeah, I agree with you, man.
Yeah. But we got a couple of head coaching vacancies getting filled.
Oh yeah.
Whole bunch of them. So it started with I.O.W, who got the Boston Celtics job.
Who?
I.O.W.
Okay.
If you're not familiar with him, he is a Greg Popovich disciple.
Right.
He does have some ties with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with him being, of course, an assistant coach with Popovich on the Team USA squad.
Right.
So he does have some familiarity with at least Jason Tatum. So there's familiarity with your superstar on that squad.
Okay.
I mean, he inherited a team that, got a couple pieces.
That's good.
See how Jaylen Brown's able to bounce back from his knee injury.
Right.
And that's a big key. What can you attract to your roster? You know what I'm saying? What can you bring in? Which is to, we talked about it. It might be an issue. You got to talk about the,
talk about playing in Boston.
Playing in Boston. There's a little racial tension. I mean, we're gonna call it like it is. Call a spade a spade.
Right. Racist or racist.
So that's a hurdle that he's gonna have to deal with for sure. But if he's able to get a couple of pieces out there and help build around Jason Tatum, that helps out.
Right.
Of course, we already talked about Rick Carlisle on Thursday, getting a job with Indiana. I mean, Jonathan Brogdon's out there. I think, how do I keep calling Jonathan Brogdon? Malcolm Brogdon. Sabonis, yeah. Arita Sabonis, little boy, Deontay Sabonis,
right,
who's actually turning out to be a solid player. His trajectory is going up.
Right.
I got tongue tied over there. Sound like Lex Bub over here.
Thank you, Lex.
Yeah, and the ghost of Lex is up in this bitch.
Right.
So, they got a couple pieces. If they're able to build something, hey, good for them. I mean, you're also in the East, which is winnable.
Oh, right.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
If the Hawks can overachieve in this playoff series, I'm pretty sure you get a couple pieces in Boston. They can find their way into an overachieving story too. Jason Kidd gets the Dallas Mavericks job.
I saw that.
How you feel about that one?
I thought he was getting a Lakers job.
I thought he was too.
Shoot, I thought that's why he took his
man,
name out the hat in Portland.
Yes.
I saw LeBron trying to get him over there.
That's what I thought.
I looked up, oh, that does not look like LA.
But I mean, he had a lot of ties.
So I wonder, yeah, he does. He does. I mean, that could be one of the things, you know, he played there, stuff like that.
Got a championship
there.
Yeah.
Damn, she didn't get it with Jersey, so.
Now the boys got swept.
Right. So I'm wondering, is that part of it? And then now it really makes me think, why'd you turn down Portland?
Because I think he probably already had this in the works.
Yeah.
That's my feeling on that one. Because he purposely took his name out the consideration of being.
And then now, how long was this going on?
It hadn't been going on for a minute.
You know what I'm saying? Was it going on while Carlisle was still a coach?
I think once they got eliminated, they was already talking. Like literally. Because like once you see they get eliminated, about a week later, you see Carlisle leaving, you see Donnie Nelson, the GM, leaving.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, Dirk comes in as a special advisor,
right?
And him and Kidd played together, got the championship together, and Mark Cuban loves both of them to death,
right?
So I think that conversation had to be in the works right after it got eliminated, because Dallas is probably already like, well, shit, it's time to reevaluate some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Really though.
So Rick Carlisle gets up out of there. Now this is what I love about Kidd going there. Great point guard.
Right.
I don't care where you put him in your top 10 of point guards all time. He's in there. He's in there. Maybe he can show Luka how to be a all-around point guard.
Right.
And not just be a scoring point guard, but to be a all-around point guard as when it comes to facilitating,
right,
getting your team more involved, and then finding a way to interject your play into the system.
Right, right.
So I like it that way.
Okay.
What I don't get is that they hired a GM, and I forget his name. He was a Nike exec. Now I understand you can run a business like a business, and you can, normally translate it to all types of businesses, kind of all same platforms. But you go from being an exec of shoes,
it's like a shoe pusher,
to being a general manager of a basketball team. And one of your biggest jobs of a general manager is to evaluate talent.
Correct.
What credentials does he have to evaluate?
He said
talent.
The niggas wear my shoes. Shoot, I know that much.
It is also reported that he has a relationship with Luka. Helped them transition from Nike to Jordan brand, and I guess that qualifies them. I guess. So that's probably the only drawback I would say about that one.
Oh, here's the thing I would say.
Yeah.
From a Mark Cuban perspective.
Yeah.
This exec may have a great business savvy.
Yeah.
And so if I'm an owner and I see, okay, I either like this within my organization or I need this in my organization, I still select them, but I would select somebody else to kind of help him and teach him how to evaluate talent, how to do the other part that he doesn't have.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Have somebody working with him in tandem, an assistant GM in tandem.
I got you.
And they kind of work together.
Yeah.
And at the same time, he's learning.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Someone that's an interim.
That's been there.
Someone
Yeah.
They can be, as they say, an advisor.
Yeah.
An advisory role, that kind of thing. I can see it working then because, some people might have something that's real heavy on one side that can really, do well for your business. So you might not want to miss out on that. But I guess on the same level, you want to put something up there to help the other end that they lack.
It might be Dirk.
It may be.
Look at it this way: you bring him on as an advisor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what better eyes and ears to evaluate talent than a former player,
right?
A former MVP,
right?
A former champion,
right?
And that might be Dirk's road to being a GM somewhere down the line. Because look at James Jones in Phoenix, former player,
right?
General manager,
right?
Making good moves,
mm-hmm.
Building a solid team. So we'll see about that. And then most importantly, big shot Chauncey Billups.
Yes.
Billups.
And Mr. Big Shot.
He got a 5-year deal. It's more a 4-year deal, 5th-year option for the team. He goes to Portland.
He goes to purgatory.
No, I actually like this move, and I spoke on it on Friday. Reason why I like this move is because Chauncey Billups played with intensity, played with just he knows how to win,
right?
And he's going to bring a different, tough-minded, defensive-minded mentality to Portland, which is exactly what they're missing. We already know what they can do on offense, but they need the other side of the ball. They need the tough, rugged, personality that's going to help them get over the hump that's been bothering them for the last few years.
I agree.
Because how many times are they going to keep getting bumped out the first round because they can't play no damn defense?
Several.
So I think I like the hire of Billups.
Yeah, I like Chauncey, man. Chauncey, so I'm glad, I'm happy for him that he got the job. And, since he's of course former Piston,
mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of pulling for him because of that tie.
Yeah,
and black man pulling for him because of that tie.
Hey, you never gonna hate that.
Former bald head person like I used to be, pulling for that tie. But seriously, I like to see him do well.
Yeah,
and and maybe somewhere this can open up more doors for him in the future if he decided to go into the front office or just he doesn't stay here and go to another coaching job.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to see. You never know. You can look at one player that goes and be a coach, you'll think, oh, he's gonna be the greatest.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at another player who was maybe not the best player and end up being the best coach.
I hear you.
And so it's hard to say out of all these coaches. It's easy to lean towards Jason Kidd, because of what we know about Jason Kidd, his career and stuff like that. Rick Carlisle always been solid. A consistent, solid coach.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Tony Dungy.
I got you.
Consistent, solid.
You. Model consistency.
You're gonna have a respectable winning team.
Yeah.
If he's coaching your team.
No. We'll see what I.O.W can do.
Right.
I know
he's unproven.
Like
I said, I already mentioned Jason Kidd and then Chauncey. So, all those candidates are some great candidates to get those jobs.
Yep. So that leaves us with 3 more jobs open still.
Right. Pick me.
Orlando Magic, Washington Wizards, and the New Orleans Pelicans.
All those don't look great from cake.
Yeah.
All of them look, oh my God. The Pelicans gonna be rough.
I mean, you got the young talent. You're there.
Well, I'm just talking about as a coach, new coach coming in. It's gonna be rough.
Well, it depends if you're able to relate to that young talent.
Oh, that's true.
If you can find a way to reach a certain foundation of communication with those young boys and pull the best out of them, you might got something there.
Right.
What's his name? Ben Gunny just wasn't it. Stan just wasn't
it. He just wasn't it. They get Ryan Jeremy up in the house.
Have you seen Ryan Jeremy?
He just ain't cutting it. It's like
he was in there fucking shit up.
Right. Wink, wink. But I think that was Stan Van Gundy. We spoke about this before.
Yeah.
That old school mentality.
It don't translate.
And I think if you look at these coaches that you have now, it's like it's a changing of the guard, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
It may not be all young coaches, like, sometimes you say change the guard with stuff like that and hiring young, fresh coaches, but it's a change of the guard in the type of coaches you have now.
Yes.
And you're not getting that old school Stan Van Gundy type, down the line type coaches. And I think this may be an era where you start seeing that shift coming in coaching. Because you look at every sport, you see a lot of trends beginning.
Yeah,
and I'm talking about more on a player side.
Yes.
But you don't really see a lot of that trending. Well, it's not talked about when it comes to coaching.
Yes.
And as the game changes and players have to adapt, so the coaches.
Yeah, they have to. The game's different.
And if coaches don't adapt,
yes.
They get left behind, or they get teams that they can't relate to, who what I'm saying, and they still may know the X's and O's.
Mm-hmm.
That's not all there is to coaching.
No,
No.
You need to know X's and O's. You need to know how to relate to people.
Mm-hmm.
You need to know how to manage people.
Right.
Find their flaws and help improve them. And you got to know how to point out their attributes, the good attributes, and heighten them. So I mean, it's not just X's and O's no more.
Not just X's and O's. Right.
It's not just X's and O's,
but some bows and X's and O's.
But kind of what we mentioned to earlier today, just to switch up the topic, tonight, the Stanley Cup Finals begin.
Right.
Sincere King's favorite sport.
Right. Shout out to Sincere. We dedicating this segment to you.
Yeah.
To NHL.
So
dedicated to Sincere.
Montreal Canadiens.
Right.
Tampa Bay Lightning.
Mm-hmm.
Game 1 going down at night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Who you taking to win this chip, man?
I'm sticking with the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Hey, I'm rocking with them too, man. Hey, defending champs.
They looking good.
They looking hella good. I mean, they did have a little bit of blunder against the Islanders, but the reason why I'm taking them is because the Montreal Canadiens are starting to have a little COVID issue. They coaches missing time. A couple of players are getting put in the protocol. COVID could mess up your season. Go ask the Patriots.
He ain't never been the same. He was throwing at your waist. Now he throwing at ankles.
I mean,
they're like, I see 3 of them. Just throw it in the middle, Cam.
So
heard LeBron say
somebody there. Right. I couldn't see. I just saw 3, so I just started in the middle.
Right. That middle. Somebody on the opposite team, man.
Hey,
Cam, man.
Yeah, bro. I don't even want to get started. Okay, come on, man. I could talk on.
But here's the thing. I'm gonna say this, and we can get off of Cam. But it's bad when you the starting quarterback or the star quarterback, and some people have you projected as the 4th pick. You in 4th place, and I like to mention that. That's what Stenham and Hoyer.
Mm-hmm. And a rookie.
You know what I'm saying?
And Mac Jones.
And a rookie and Mac. Well, I won't get so bad harp on Mac Jones, and not because of where I feel about him, but
no, it's because he's a rook.
He's a rook,
yeah.
But he has a rook has a lot of hype with him. So you can kind of understand in some ways where he can at least be number 2.
I can see.
But you know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Like when you were highly.
Well, I was watching NFL Live and they were showing mini camps. The way it's looking,
Mac Jones
might be the starter.
Man, but Mac Jones is looking good though. I hate to say it, he's looking good.
I mean,
just showing like I was watching this one YouTube channel I follow sometimes, and this guy was breaking it down, and it was in the middle like I think it was raining or something. So the ball was slick.
Yeah.
And Mac Jones put him on the money.
He was putting him on the money.
Overthrowing.
I saw that same clip.
I'm like, bruh.
I'm talking about receiver was going in the back of the end zone.
Right.
And he threw it like 5 feet over his head.
Yeah, it's like, come on, bruh. I mean, and you can say, well, it's raining, but those conditions you're going to play in.
Yeah. You better get used to it.
Rain, snow, you're going to play in those conditions.
especially in Foxborough.
No,
you getting all seasons.
One overthrow, you can say, okay, yeah, you know, I gotta learn I gotta adjust.
No, there's a whole mini
but
camp.
You do a whole camp full of overthrows, bro. Stenham does better than you. Hoyer does better than you. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I mean, for real, Cam has to do something, man. If he start, it's only because Belichick is being stubborn.
Nah, if he starts, is because he probably has more knowledge of the playbook.
Or that too. But I don't know, because I think because the reports that you hear about Mac Jones too is that he's very intelligent.
Yeah, he's smart.
So him not getting a playbook too, I can't see that being an issue. The only thing I can see is like Belichick said, well, you know, I brought Cam back in, so I'm gonna start him just so I won't be stubborn.
And I also see it this way: year 2 in the quarterback room in New England, maybe year 1 was an outlier.
Okay,
possibly.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, let's be honest. Belichick don't make a lot of quarterback moves. He had the same guy for 20 years.
Right.
So, you know, let's see. I think that's what he's doing. Let's just see.
Right.
Let's just see year 2.
Okay.
Like maybe if by week 4 and week 5, if he played like
week 4, week 5, he got 6 picks
and 0 touchdowns.
Right. Go.
Yeah.
You ain't no longer. You do that. You no longer are the 4th quarterback. You are an unemployed quarterback.
Because Belichick quick
to be like,
hey man, pack your shit, bro.
Right. I'm gonna need you to go.
Pack your shit. Pack your shit and go.
You and them.
Nico Harrison, that's the GM. That the Dallas hired. It just popped up on my feed.
Okay.
They just made it official. Mavs were able to get Jason Kidd and Nico Harrison as coach and GM of the Mavs.
Right.
But everybody, that is our numero uno. Y'all going over. Download the I.O.W. Network Radio app on your respective app stores. Google, Android users, go get it from the Google Play Store. Apple iOS users, go get it from your Apple Store. And meet us on the I.O.W. Network. Hour number 2. Peace.